Black people, black people. I finally figured you all out, black people. Not just black people, but melanoids, melanated people, or just people who are not necessarily not necessarily melanated, skin tone wise and hair texture wise and whatever, but people who are melanated consciously wise. Get up, smell the coffee. Do you all know what they're doing to you? Okay, so for you all who are coming in and you're wondering what is this video about, because I just put a period there because I didn't want to mess up the image on the thumbnail. Look at that powerful thumbnail. Look at it. I'm gonna give y'all truths from here on out. Ain't no money in YouTube for me to make. Okay, so I'm not turning on any more of those what you call things, and I'm fixing to get this super chat off. I just hadn't had time yet. I'm gonna get this super chat off. Do not put any money into it. They never give it to me. They keep it. So I'm not gonna do that anymore, and there won't be any more advertisements on any of my videos because time is winding down. I have none to waste. No fussing, no cussing, no getting upset about the fact that there's censorship, blackballing, and blacklisting going on some of our channels. Not just mine, but others are going through it too because I guess they realized the Zionists when they bought, and I said Zionist, when they bought, they had to buy YouTube so that they can censor truth. There's too much truth here now. We're all infected. There's no way, you understand, to treat this. This is worse than a virus, okay? So, but anyways, what I wanted to talk about, this video is about, the elite, okay? The people that want to control the entire earth. These are the people that are responsible for the troubles of Haiti, Haiti. They are responsible for most of all of melanated people's problems. Yes, I put an S on the end of people's. I say it the way I want. I'm an artist, okay? I'm random. I say what I want to say, okay? While we're all trying to figure this situation out, I'm just going to talk about it, okay? The elite is the reason why Haiti is in shambles, okay? For a very long time, after Haiti was able to fight and win their independence from these colonial people or these colonizers, the French, okay, these people who operate as puppets for the elites, okay, that have now come to the end of their reign. Since they defeated them, okay, they've always been plotting to find a way, any way they possibly can. Y'all, let's get the thumbs up. Any ways they can to try and annihilate these very powerful people. Okay? Because if I'm not mistaken, it's the only black country in this hemisphere. Okay? In this area. It's the only one. They say it's the poorest, but it is the poorest because you have pillagers that have rendered them in the situation that they are in. These are very powerful people. They're very intelligent, wise people. I want you all to know that. They fought back and they won. Now these elites are using their technology to try and destroy what they have. What's left. They want their land. I've been telling y'all that for the longest. Now you created a problem, America, for these people, and these people are over here on the bridges trying to get in. You may as well let them in. Why? No, a lot of people are like, don't let them in, don't let them in. Let them in because you created that problem over there. You caused both of their earthquakes. Now, people are going to say, what are you talking about? How do you cause an earthquake? Well, with technology like HAARP, HAARP, look it up so people won't, people just come over here and say, oh, okay, she don't know what she's talking about. A lot of people don't know what HAARP is. HAARP. Look up weather, geoengineering. Okay. Modified weather. Look at these and you'll know what's going on. Now you're saying an earthquake though. I can predict earthquakes. When I'm paying attention to the skies, if I see a light that comes from the sky, then I know that there's going to be an earthquake. Now, I'm not quite sure where it's going to be because I don't know exactly where the light is going to fall. You all do not know this, and some of you may know, that they have space stations in the stratospheres. They have weather stations. They have I can't even think of the name of it, but they are able to wage war. I call them space wars. I call them star wars. They can do these from the sky, from satellite stations, space stations. Do y'all hear me? I know it sounds very bizarre, because a lot of you all may have not heard of these things. They can have war with any country they want to in outer space. What do I mean about this? Russia already have satellites that are weaponized. They have weapons. America fears Russia, and you would too. Okay? Russia have satellites that can give birth to other satellites and birth to other satellites that can spy on or destroy others' satellites. Now, with that type of technology, they can also destroy from outer space different countries, cities, states, or whatever, province. Okay? This is what is going on right now with Haiti. So you're sitting here having coffee and all of a sudden you hear a blast because they have just dropped a bomb on you from outer space. They always manage to miss the Dominican Republics, which the Dominican Republics and Haiti is on one land mass. Mass, M-A-S-S, okay? They're all on one little island, but they never seem to miss. They can go in and plant bombs. They can do all type. They can shift plates. They can do all type of things, you all. They can cause tsunamis. They create hurricanes. They create tornadoes. I never will forget. Willie said, they're gonna have a tornado in Birmingham. I said, okay. I said, Spirit, let me see what device they're gonna use. Lo and behold, there was a 18 wheeler with what looked like a huge silver disc on the back of it, and they were on their way up I-65 north, heading towards Birmingham from Montgomery. These devices, the devices that they use to create destructive weather, are usually at your space centers, like Cape Canaveral and Huntsville Space Center. Now, I know y'all saying this is crazy, wacky, and cuckoo as hell. You know why it is? Because this is nothing you learn in school. This is nothing that they're the local news or the international news or national news. No one is going to talk about any of this. I've been able to get this information from my source. I have gone into trance. I am an oracle. I go into trance and get this information. If you don't believe me, you can look over my channel and you'll see that I have made many predictions that have come to pass. America, you are going to pay for what you've done. And I am an American. I live here. And the suffering that is coming to America is unimaginable. Because for every action, do you understand? There's a reaction. You cannot jump into a pool of water and not expect a what? Splash. Fasten your seatbelts. Get yourselves ready. Because they're not going to warn you. They're going to run. The elite will run to their caverns and caves and underground bunkers. Because I know what y'all saying, Mama, you bunkers. No, I'm not. They're downsizing everything in the stores. I was having a conversation with somebody. I was trying to find tartar sauce for fish because we had a little fish fry at the temple. And I was looking for some of that and couldn't find it in a Walmart. And she said, the employee, she said, we're downsizing. Or most of all of these things will have to be ordered off of line. Do y'all hear me? So what they're doing, they're going to deliberately, oh gosh, she cutting all my flower pots down. I'm going to have to say something about this here. Y'all hang on a minute. I got somebody hedging up my hedges. I don't want my flowers cut all off. Hang on a minute, y'all. My snowballs are gone. Okay, y'all, I'm back. So, I'm back. I got to wrap this up so I can watch him. Can we get the thumbs up, y'all? Can we get the thumbs up? So, the problems that you are witnessing in these places, because see, they want to own the globe. They want every landmass. They have no respect for black people, melanated people, because most of us tend to be, more primitive, just to be honest with you. And nothing is bad about being a primitive people. we more or less, respect the earth. We don't necessarily see it as being important to just go around and just start cutting down all the trees. And you know what I'm saying? We have a very, I mean, you could be any color. You could be Asian, white, of other color, of other races, and have that respect. But these reptilians don't respect the earth like that. Okay, by the fact that black people tend to be more in sync with what's going on with the planet, and having respect and preserving. You know what I'm saying? Asking permission. You understand? We need to sacrifice for food, but we're going to make sure that some is left because there's others that have to eat. They are not like that. They exploit it. They market it. A lot of crabs in the sea. Okay, just get them all. We're gonna make money off of it, and we're just gonna overindulge. They've taught us how to overindulge in things, just eating up all of the sea creatures and just everything that walk the land. Just eat it up. Just cut all the trees down. Let's make furniture. Let's just do these things. Is in the mind of the reptilian. You see what I'm saying? So the fact that many black people do not have that same mind because they are civilized. Melanin will not allow you to pillage and exploit. And if you are melanated and you are doing this, it is because it is learned. Now, this is just what it's all about, you know. And so the fact that that mindset is there, you understand, to respect others' property as a melanated person, to respect these things, then they take advantage. They take your kindness for weakness and they take your land. This is what has been happening to us since they have come here to this planet from where God knows where. We don't know where this thing comes from, okay? But at this particular point now, in this evolution, there is no need for them. Their time, is not going to allow them to continue their existence here on the planet because the consciousness is shifting. You know, they are aware of it, and they are now trying to uh, grab and steal and you know what I'm saying, and take whatever they can, like the water off the earth, and take it into the interior of the earth, or they're looking for the safest place on the earth to go to and take whatever goods they can take. Like water is so precious, it's more precious than diamonds and gold, than fashion bags and Louis Vuittons and you know what I'm saying, and all this stuff that means absolutely nothing when the shit hits the fan. Do you see what I'm saying? Fancy cars, Bugattis and all of that ain't got no place where we're going right now. Water is more precious than all of those things, okay? Because you don't miss that water until that well run dry. You know that. So they got huge bags of water, and they're taking them underground. But already right now, you need to know this, that carbon monoxide will fill every chamber of the interior of the earth. Because, see, they want to leave us here in a desolated place. Think about it. They take all the water with them under there, and we have no water up here to drink because some places are going dry. Look it up if you... I was talking about Lake Mead. That's a Lake Mead. Where did I get Lake Mead from? As soon as I said that, the water started drying up in Lake Mead. They said Lake Mead is drying out right now because they're taking the water. They're running off with all of our resources. So I just wanted to talk to you all and let you all know that this is what is going on with Haiti right now. They want it, and they're going to try to get it by any means necessary. This is a bunch of crap about most of these people just coming from Chile and all these different places and showing up and everything. Many of them have actually been promised by America jobs, just like they did when we were in Africa. They promised us jobs in the new land. We got on their ship, some of us voluntarily, to come over here so we can send money home to take care of family back during the so-called slave trade. But then they brought us over here and made slaves out of us. That's what's going on in Haiti. They have taken some of the people away from Haiti. They brought them over here and promised them jobs at Amazon, because they're building new Amazon facilities. They don't need us because they say we demand too much, because we around here trying to pay for our 2 and 3 and 4 and 500,000 and more homes, because we want to drive decent cars, and some of us very fancy cars, because the average car to get back and forth to work is almost $30,000. Okay, that's a good car. Now, just an economy car is running you about $25,000. We got to pay for that. And they said we are too rich for their blood because we want too much. So they want cheap labor. So they're offering the Haitians to come over and work for them for a little of nothing, and the Mexicans, the Guatemalans, and all of those. Okay. They decided to go ahead and let Haiti come over, because if they can get them to vacate their land, then that there are very few people that can fight them off as they come in and exert themselves on them. You know what I'm saying? And just take over the government. Okay? Because they know that this country is already vulnerable due to the fact that they lost their leadership. Okay? So this is what's really going on. So basically, America has created these troubles. Now, I know Haiti has to take some responsibility for the situation that they're in. So I'm not saying that they are not partly responsible for the situation that they're in. I'm just saying they had some help too. In order to keep your land here when you're dealing with America, if you know that you don't have space centers to actually watch out for, missiles and things of that nature, you don't have, you know what I'm saying? You don't have a good military to watch out for foreign invaders, then you need allies. You need allies. This is what Cuba decided to do. Cuba knew it was not in a position to deal with America, because America has been trying to come in and pillage Cuba for a very long time. Cuba became a part of Russia, and that's what they had to do. Castro had to do that, and Haiti, in order to protect its land and citizens, the solution for them is to choose allies, and that would be somebody like my son was telling me that they tried to become a part of Africa to try to get some help, military help, and they refused them. Now that's what he said. Now I should have looked all of that up. I didn't look it up, so I'm just raw like that. I'm just gonna tell you what everybody's saying, okay? And you can look it up for yourself. But Haiti will have to get some help. If not, America is going to take it. That's the only solution, because as far as the leaders they had in the past that helped them to fight the French, they don't have that anymore. I feel like voodoo is very powerful, but I think that Haiti has lost a lot of knowledge when it comes to a lot of the wisdom and knowledge of the actual practice. It's no longer there. In Africa, places like, uh, y'all know where Africa, I mean, y'all know where voodoo originated in Africa. And a lot of those countries are still black, and they have maintained the actual, uh, what's the word, power of voodoo in those areas. What hurts us is how we lose it when we want to become like them. We lose it when we are infected with psychological engineering. We lose it, and Haiti has lost a lot of it because, you, like I say, when you have the media showing you fashion handbags, like y'all know what I'm gonna say, Prada bags, and I don't know anything much about the name brands. You see name brand shoes and clothes, and you start turning your attention to use voodoo and exploiting uh different loa, you see, to try to obtain wealth, to make um worthless purchases of fine homes, and like I say, in clothing and cars and women. You see what I'm saying? This is when you have fizzled down a very powerful practice like voodoo voodoo, uh, Ifa, Palo. You fizzle it down with that. That is not what it is used for. That is not its purpose. Its purpose is to uplift the Loa so that they can protect you. You have no protection. You should know better. Now, I'm not talking about the people, all people of Haiti. I'm talking about the people who abuse the law. You stay in your country and you help your country by continuing the practice and the way you were taught by those, your ancestors. You see, because there is no place for fashion bags. There is no place for beautiful, exotic people like men and women. You want to have the most beautifulest woman, the most beautifulest this, that, and other children. And because your entire psyche is telling you what beauty is from a perspective of a colonizer. You're not using your actual natural instinct to decide what beauty is. You understand? So this is creating an issue here in Haiti. Now, here in America, we lost ours for the same reason. They said that my mother's side of the family, the X chromosome, had been here since 6000 BC in Oregon. So she is of Native American status. And we lost our land. Haiti, that will be you next. If you do not respect the Loa is not, and I'm not talking about all Haitians, I'm just saying, you gotta all come together. And I know it's falling on deaf ears, but you know what I'm saying? You may just have that one person, that may get the message through the wind, because I'm going to send this through the wind. You suffering now, but victory will be yours in the end, because these pillagers are going to flee to their caves. So somebody's got to be there, somebody's got to be here in a position to be able to lead the land. Okay, so I'm in the chat. So And I just want to be honest about this. If you're here in America and you're Haitian, you do not criticize. Let me tell him I'll call him back. You do not criticize those who want a better life just like you. You do not criticize them. Okay? Because you will be punished. They want a decent place to stay and live just like you do. You do not come over here to this place and for any reason feel like African Americans are weak. Never do you do that, or you will be punished. Because our ancestors are responsible for the labor that you are now benefiting from. You and the colonizers. Okay? So I don't blame them for wanting to come here. You understand? And start a new life for themselves and for their offspring. So don't you criticize, because you criticize, you will be deported. I'm putting that energy out there right now. That you suffer a deportation. No one is safe now, because on my father's side of the family, they were deported. My father's side of the family is from Liberia. So he is an American, Native American. There are some Liberians that are Native Americans. They were deported there or lied to and say you can go over here and build a new land, but you got to go. The people who were in Liberia welcomed them there and allowed them to stay. And maybe they did not. Okay? So we're not safe. They can decide at any time that they want to deport us, natives to this land. I'm a native to this land. I showed you all the chart in the short. Y'all saw that? 6,000 BC, my mother's lineage has been here. It said X. X means woman. All the way to Baja, California, which is now a part of America, I heard, but probably at that time period it was, I just think all of it was one. You could just go wherever the hell you wanted until these colonizers got over here, and then they were the ones who created borders, and that was to keep us out. Okay? Mexico was another place my ancestors walked on. They walked in Mexico and lived there, and then they, which is now Mexico, but at that, I believe at that time, all of it was one land, and you could just go wherever the hell you wanted. All of this was one land. Mexico, all of us was together. You understand? All with Canada, we was all together. But like I said, the colonizers decided we're gonna block them where they can't come back and forth here. This is an exodus, America. You are going to allow whoever wants to be in here in. If not, more glaciers, y'all know what I say, are going to melt. More volcanoes will erupt. I had predicted this earthquake in what you call it, La Palma. I predicted that 5 months ago. I saw the video and I went ahead and labeled it. I had already predicted this. More volcanoes to come. Carbon monoxide will fill the chambers of every refuge for the elite. I'm just telling you the truth. And I don't mind telling it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to tell it. Because it ain't but a few of us here. Y'all spread the word. More mudslides. More tsunamis. more fires. Okay? They're coming because justice must be served. And like I say, give Queen Khalifa her land back. I am one of her. Well, my ancestors tracked that area. I'm not gonna just say, hey, look, you know this, that, and other. I'm all of this. I'm the globe. I've been here. My ancestors been here. Okay, so quite naturally, I will contain the DNA markers of the entire earth. The entire earth. The longer you've been here, the more genetic markers you'll have. Okay? Haiti. You have lots of work to do. Do not come over here and think you're better than your own people. Because you're not. You can't come here and brag to us about how great you are, because I'm going to tell you, go back home. If you're proud of your country and you want to put African Americans down because we're in the situation we're in, I want you to look at the luxuries that you have that you wouldn't have in your country. My ancestors, you understand, labored and died for that. So you're going to respect them or be deported. Do you hear me? There's a lady that I watch, and I love her channel. Her name is Marie. Look, stay strong. I see you helping your people. And you give your everything and you give your all, and I'm going to donate to your cause. Do you know the Most High is proud of you? You are the leader. And I see you through your frustration when you're crying and everything, but I have mad respect for you as you stand your ground and you get your people together and you fight for your country and your people. Well done. So don't get over here, nobody from another country, and come over here boasting and tearing nobody on this particular land down because they did not fight. Because you feel like they didn't fight. They fought. They not only did they fight, but they preserved so that we could be here. I'm here because of their preservation, their perseverance, the fight to continue and feed a nation, suckle them from their breast. You understand what I'm saying? And all of this, what we see and we take for granted, is because of your ancestors not giving up. They were promised many things and they did not get it. And they're watching you because they want you to make sure that you fight to take it back. They want you to take the land back. But you ain't in no shape because you've all been destroyed by psychological warfare. You've been destroyed. But there will be a great leader that is being prepped right as we speak to take over from where the pillagers are going to leave off. Because they're getting ready to go. Y'all don't even know it. They're getting ready to go, honey. They're trying to just get the last minute little whatevers they want to get before they go. And America is not great anymore. They don't have that leadership anymore because China is dominating everything. And they know it. They know that eventually that the dollar is going to be just nothing. It's going to be a lot of things we won't be able to buy. America will not be able to buy oil. America will not be able to buy all these different things. No gasoline, no foods, no nothing. You understand? Okay, y'all, I gotta go. It's been nice. I'm gonna read everything later on. Okay, I must leave. I have a phone call, y'all. Okay, please rate and subscribe. Save this video and watch it over and over again, because they take my videos and put them in the ethers for 12 hours. So they're not necessarily being watched like they should be. If you do not bookmark this video, it's gone for 12 hours. You won't be able to find it, okay? Another part of their blacklisting and shadow banning, okay? Bye-bye.